Hello, my name is Rab Cummings. This is Meet the Ocean Encounters. Well, in my travels, we always say that fortune favors the vigilant. And here's a little story of when my children were young. We were taking a little vacation. We went to Vancouver Island. We had gone to Victoria, as families do, visited the museums and things, but we knew we needed to get out of the city and get closer to the water. So we took our car and traveled south along that southern road that goes out along the Strait of Juan de Fuca. We stopped at a place called Botanical Beach. It's a wonderful place. If you ever get the chance to stop, please do. It's a place where at high tide, the water covers up this big rock shelf, and when the low tide comes, the tide goes down, and there's these beautiful kettle potholes that have been drilled out by rocks rolling around. And so when the tide goes out, it's glassy on top, and you look down literally into an aquarium. There's fish, and there can be anemones and crabs, and then the next time the tide comes up and goes down, the whole thing changes. So we went as a family, and we were just there on the beach enjoying it and looking at everything and exploring, writing in our journals. And from behind me, my son Atticus goes, "Look, Papa, a whale." Just a little kid at the time, but like, what are you talking about, a whale? No, look, Papa, a whale right there on the shore. And I was like, really? So I look over, and sure enough, there's whale tails sticking right up out of the water, just maybe 50 yards at the most offshore. Well, it turns out they were gray whales, and they were feeding. Gray whales feed in the mud, actually, and so they go down and they suck mud into their mouths, and they squeeze it out through their baleen, and they lick off the invertebrates that they find. And none of us had ever seen a gray whale, and we were just there sitting on a rocky shore next to a road watching a mammal that had been brought to the edge of extinction through hunting, but through the effort of a lot of great conservation was now basically completely recovered. And when we often think about whales, that you need to be on a boat far off the shore, it can be expensive to go and find them, they're difficult, it just showed that you can have fabulous encounters just sitting right on the edge of a beach near you, just looking out, paying attention, keeping your eyes open, and just remember, fortune favors the vigilant.
Meet the ocean.
Meet the Ocean is produced by Paul North and Andrew Gettings. Special thanks to Rab Cummings for sharing his story, and to composer Vin Gast for the tunes. We are a listener-supported podcast, so check out our website, meettheocean.org, for more saltwater content and ways to donate to help us continue our educational outreach. Don't forget to subscribe to never miss an episode, and please rate and review our podcast on iTunes or whatever platform you choose to listen. And lastly, if you have a story that you would like to share on our podcast, contact us via the website or at info@meettheocean.org.